Starbucks knew exactly what they were doing. This is the most blatant publicity stunt I have ever seen. If you lined up at 4 a.m. and you didn't get a bear, you got played. Big time. The barista cups are a scam. At least it feels like it. I'm supposed to believe that Starbucks made 50,000 cups for almost 41,000 stores nationwide. So limited that only the baristas themselves can get one? Why even release it to the public? Why even put it on your launch page? Why are we letting the baristas sell them out before the store opens? Starbucks should have known this would happen. Make it limited, sure, but they have the numbers to know that more than 50,000 were needed. It's scummy, it's scammy, it feels like a sick joke. You have money, Starbucks. You have money. Use it to make your customers happy, not piss them off. So you might have heard Starbucks released these bear cups and it turned into an absolute frenzy. People were losing their minds trying to get a hold of one of these cups. But was this one, a holiday drop that went horribly wrong? Or two, a completely intentional publicity stunt created by Starbucks? Spoiler alert, it's number two. Big number two by Starbucks. I saw people commenting things like, why was your planning so bad? How did you guys mess this up? This just doesn't make sense. Why were there no cups? But in reality, it was all part of a big stunt. So today we're talking about how and why, plus all the insanity that happened around this bear cup frenzy. I feel like knowing about this stuff is so helpful because things like this happen all the time. All around you in 1,000 different ways. You're being pushed, you're being pulled, you're being poked, you're being prodded into doing things you wouldn't normally do using behavioral science and in this case, really good marketing.
If you're calling about the glass teddy bear, we are sold out.
And you might think that this bear cup thing is like over now, but I think Starbucks is just getting started this holiday season. And while everyone was seeing red over a glass bear, I personally prefer seeing red in a way that actually benefits me with today's sponsor, Foreo. If you've ever been interested in red light therapy for skincare, this Black Friday is the best time to shop at Foreo. I've been using a red light therapy mask for several years now, and I honestly swear by it. And for the last 6 months, I've been using this, the Foreo FAQ 202, and I'm really enjoying it as part of my skincare. And yes, it seems crazy, it looks crazy, but don't come for me, okay? There's scientific backing here. If you think about what light actually is, it's waves. And there is solid clinical proof that specific wavelengths of light can penetrate the skin and stimulate cell function, which for skincare basically means more collagen, which means smoother, firmer, healthier looking skin. The benefits really are amazing. And actually for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I got really busy and I neglected my mask. And I swear my face is more red, it's more splotchy, and it's more dull. And that is why I always come back to it because I really do see unique results with it. The Foreo FAQ 202 is really, really easy to use too. It's completely wireless and ultra lightweight. It's made of this unique flexi fit silicone. It's very comfortable and it kind of molds to fit any face shape. And it has 8 different wavelengths, including the red and near infrared light. I just use the FAQ Swiss app to control the mask. I usually only do the red light, but you can switch between the different wavelengths, get guided routines, and personalize your settings. You can easily wear it and do something else while getting the benefits as long as you keep it charged and don't forget. Overall, I love red light therapy and I get great results. If you'd like to check out the FAQ 202 and other Foreo products, their amazing Black Friday deals are here. Click the link below and don't forget to use my code Docherty35 for an extra 35% off on almost all Foreo products. The code also applies to already discounted items, so you can get up to 50% off at Foreo. Thanks to Foreo for sponsoring today's video. So first, some background info on this bear thing so we're all on the same page. And then we'll get into why this was a big fat scam and impossible to be anything else. On November 6, 2025, Starbucks brought back its holiday menu as it usually does. This is already the biggest time of year for Starbucks. It's like their Super Bowl. Between fall and Christmas, this is the time of year that makes Starbucks the cultural icon that it is. People get super excited for the holiday drinks, the treats they bring out. Starbucks has become part of people's Christmas holiday traditions. For me, whenever I would go shopping or like visit my friends or like any other holiday type excuse I would be getting a little Starbucks drink. I would pick up a seasonal beverage to enhance the vibes. A lot of people pick up a beverage to enhance the vibes. People get so excited for the drinks, the holiday treats, I feel like Starbucks season starts with the pumpkin spice latte and ends in the new year. And that's because Starbucks has managed to build itself into people's Christmas traditions. So Starbucks right now is already in its best time of the year. And this time they decided to make it a little sweeter with this merch drop that included this bear. They called it the Starbucks Barista Cup, and this is actually one of the videos that they posted to announce it, along with the caption, "Who's getting a Barista Cup on 11/6? Let me know." One of the comments, "Will there be enough for everyone? Please limit customers to only one." Foreshadowing, there would not be enough for everyone. Okay, here is a full unboxing of this thing. I will admit, I think it was a good drop. People said it looked super Temu, and okay, to be fair, here's one that looks literally very similar to it for $4 Canadian. But I thought it was cute. I thought the hat, the fact that it's glass and not plastic, and if you're into Starbucks, I get it. I thought it was cute. I wouldn't buy it, but it's cute. So cute that people were literally frothing at the mouth over this thing. Absolutely frothing. The frenzy began before this bear even hit the shelves. 30 million views on Starbucks bear post. Commenters immediately like, "I need one. I must have this. Oh my God, I want it. Starbucks, need it. Take my money. I can't wait. I want this in France, please. Is it available in the UK Starbucks? Czech Republic, please. I need it in Germany. Spain, please." So yeah, people were into this bear, and somehow people seem to also know that it was going to be limited in advance because everyone was all prepared to get up all early and go look for this thing before it potentially sold out. Like it was Christmas morning, in the wee hours of November 6th, people started posting themselves getting up on out of bed extremely early to line up for this cup. And line up they did. Depending on the location, lineups were sometimes huge for this bear all across the country. But the thing is, no matter how early someone got up, by the time most people got there, these bears were sold out. You would think that getting up super early and literally camping out would guarantee you a bear, but that wasn't the case.
Okay, we didn't get one. So now we're gonna go to a second Starbucks that opens in about 30 minutes. So let's hope that there's not as many people in line for that one. Okay, I just got here and there's only like 2 people in line, so I feel good about this one. Okay, this one looks promising. I just drove to another one after that, just in case, because it was like right down the road, and they opened at 4:32, so they were like 5 minutes past open and obviously also ran out. So I think I'm gonna call it for today. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna evaluate my life choices, and probably buy one online for $5,000.
I feel like in this clip, you could kind of feel the anxiety of being at the back of the line while people are ransacking the shelves and being trapped in your spot where you slowly move forward and people are taking everything and people are digging through all the items, leaving you potentially nothing left. So yeah, a lot of people went out looking for this thing, not that many people got cups. There was a lot of disappointment, a lot of chaos, a lot of angry, entitled customers, tons of temper tantrums toward the baristas, and just sort of hostility toward the baristas in general, specifically because at a lot of locations, the baristas were the only ones to get a bear.
Okay, but there were also 2 Hello Kitty cups out, and I brought it up, and I was told to come back and meet me in an hour, and I said, "Will you take my information?" And they refused to, and took the 2 cups.
So you got one in it. So if we find out.
I did see a few videos of people managing to snag one, but those were really few and far between. Plus, all across Starbucks social media, people were outraged. All these people went from being really excited to go spend $30 on a glass cup to angry and annoyed about how all of this went down. I got up at 4 a.m. and drove to a location that specifically said it would have this cup. I was first in line. They didn't have it. I drove to 4 more locations. None of them had it and said they never did. If you're gonna excite people over this, then make sure all stores have supply. So many people are disappointed. 2,800 likes on that. While supplies last, and the supply is 1 cup. 1 cup per store, and had the audacity to promote this? This should have been a silent release. So why is it that Starbucks doesn't sell anything online? And why is the inventory so limited? Never seen a company not want money. There's obviously a demand. Just wondering why they were hyping this up so much if apparently only 2 cups are available at each store. So how did this launch go so horribly wrong? This seemed like a slam dunk for Starbucks, and yet the opposite happened. By the evening of November 6th, so we're still talking about launch day, Starbucks decided that they would issue an apology. So I see all the headlines about this apology. I'm looking for it on their Instagram. I'm looking for it on their TikTok. I'm looking for it on their website. They have this whole section here called news. They didn't say anything about it on there. In the end, I can't find this apology anywhere. And it turns out it's because it was not posted to any of their channels. It was just sent through the news. It wasn't posted for their fans and followers. It was a blast sent through all the news outlets via email, which is a major red flag, okay? But let's look at their apology. In a statement to ABC News on Thursday, a Starbucks spokesperson said, "The excitement for our merchandise exceeded even our biggest expectations. And despite shipping more barista cups to coffee houses than almost any other merchandise item this holiday season, the barista cup and some other items sold out fast. We understand many customers were excited about the barista cup and apologize for the disappointment this may have caused." They added, "We have more exciting merchandise coming this holiday season." So Starbucks sent this exact email to NBC, to Fox, to CNN, to everyone on the very same day that they launched the cups. But if they were so sorry to their customers, why wouldn't they just say it to their customers? They have so many means of saying sorry: TikTok, Instagram, their website. They opted not to use any of them and decided to go and talk to the news instead. And what that suggests is that this wasn't an apology, it was a media blast. It was a publicity play. Now more than ever, negative press is good press, especially when the story here is, ooh, sorry you guys wanted our product so bad. Sorry Starbucks is so cool that it caused chaos. So Starbucks wasn't really saying sorry. They were just generating more attention. Okay, but anyway, that was just a side note, because the bigger point here is that most of that was a bold-faced lie. Okay, you think Starbucks had no idea how many bears they needed and miscounted that bad? Please, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Starbucks knew exactly what they were doing. This is the most blatant publicity stunt I have ever seen. And I'll show you exactly how in a minute. But for those still wondering, like, but why would they do this? They lost so much money by not having enough cups available. Customers are sad. Customers are disappointed. Isn't, the customer always right? Aren't we trying to make the customers happy? This is such a bad look for Starbucks. Their baristas are sad. Their baristas are stressed. They're being heckled. Doesn't Starbucks not want that? It might seem crazy, but it's not so crazy when you consider what they were really trying to do here, which is create their own little Black Friday moment. And I'm talking about real Black Friday.
That is gonna go viral, Jerry.
Everything you just watched is human beings under the influence of two things, at least. One, a good deal, and two, scarcity. Starbucks wanted to make sure that they had this little Black Friday style rollout for their holiday menu, their drinks, and their bear cup. So what did they do? They made sure that bear cup was scarce. Now, Starbucks claimed that they stocked the shelves with these bears, but we know from the clips of people lining up that there was no bears anywhere. Even if you got there at 4 a.m., there were no bear cups.
It's literally 4:05 in the morning and I'm on my way to Starbucks for a bear cup.
We got here before you guys did.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hi guys, welcome. Do you have the glass beer? You only have one. Oh, what? You're lying.
behind me, there was like 20 more people that everyone started like freaking out. Nothing comes between me and my sleep. So for me to get up at 3:30 this morning, I thought that, if I was the first 5 people online, I would have got one.
And even the baristas themselves say that there were no bear cups from the very beginning. A barista actually posted the apology on Reddit and circled it saying, "This is a lie." Actually, specifically, they titled the post, "No, you didn't, burrito boy." And at first I didn't get it, but as I kept reading, I realized that they were referencing Starbucks new CEO Brian Niccol, who actually left Chipotle and I think Taco Bell to become Starbucks CEO. He's a very controversial CEO too, because he's been shaking things up big time. Just a couple of months ago, he actually shut down Starbucks locations, laying off thousands of people. So he's not really a fan favorite with Starbucks employees. But anyway, back to the post. Check out this proof that there was never any Starbucks bear cups. My store received a single bear cup and our store manager hid it in his car and then paid for it after it launched. So the court has determined this to be a big old lie. Most stores got 2 to 3 bears if they even received that. They clearly could have made more if they tried. Our store got 1 bear. Like, please be so for real, Brian. Not a single store in our district received bear cups. Not one. At this point, I'm convinced it's a social experiment. I talked to 3 stores. They said they got 2 each and were sold out within 5 minutes of opening. Some drive-through only stores got none. Why does this man want customers to hate their baristas so bad, bro? Why is he lying? We literally got 2 and a single man known for reselling bought both. I can't even call this a scam like I usually would. This is just straight up evil. So yeah, Starbucks had no cups, provably right from the beginning, yet kept hyping up the launch day with things like big day tomorrow. And well, now you might think, okay, well, maybe Starbucks is just dumb. Maybe they just didn't plan well enough. Maybe they had no idea how popular this bear cup would be. But guess what? There is no way that's true either, not to this degree. I mean, just 2 years ago, Starbucks launched a collab with Stanley with this big pink Valentine's Day cup, and people were camping out for that too. And as far as I know, Stanley sells pink cups year round. But this Starbucks limited edition version was enough to have people camping out. Up at 4 a.m. again, freaking out and clearing the shelves of this cup. Even Starbucks normal holiday cups, I'm talking about their paper cups that they serve their drinks in, somehow create this sort of feral effect in people every year. People aren't camping out at this point, but the day that they switch from their normal everyday cups, drink cups, to their holiday drink cups is a whole thing. But guess what? We could even take this one step further. That person at the very beginning, the Reddit post that I quoted where it said Starbucks had the numbers for this. That person was right, because every single year around the holiday season, Starbucks sells another item that sells out. I'm talking about their red cups.
If you order from a list of handcrafted holiday beverages, you get a free limited edition 16-ounce reusable red cup. The offer is available while supplies last.
Now, they've been doing this for years now, but one of the first few years that they did this, look what happened. Starbucks stores are running out of reusable red cups on first day of holiday promotion, published Friday, November 2nd, 2018. Starbucks fans may need to scour several locations if they want to find the cafe's new reusable red cup. Coffee drinkers took to Twitter on Friday to complain that they were having trouble securing the elusive new cup at their local stores and had to resort to going to a number of different locations before finding one. So yeah, people were freaking out over a free plastic red cup back in 2018. A cup that was literally just red. Probably cost like 1 cent to make. Yes, you got a holiday drink with it, but what's the value of that? Like $4? For this, people were getting up early. They were driving all over their cities. They were literally searching and scouring their cities just to get their free cup and drink. In other words, there is no way that Starbucks just literally had we didn't have any idea. We guessed wrong. So yeah, Starbucks literally has data on this shit, okay? Yeah, there is no chance on planet Earth that they had no idea. Starbucks has run this exact playbook before. It's part of their brand. And they definitely also have AI forecasting now where they can guess at different scenarios. They have historical data. They could at least have made a better guess. But they didn't, because they did this on purpose. If you lined up at 4 a.m. and you didn't get a bear, you got played. Big time. And there's another layer to this too. The Hello Kitty layer. So another thing that Starbucks did here was they launched a Hello Kitty collaboration on the same day. Now, to me, a move like that says that they were taking absolutely no chances. Starbucks wanted the collectors out in full force. And if somehow the bear wasn't going to seal the deal, if maybe people didn't like the bear, right? Then Hello Kitty was right there to make sure that the shelves were cleaned out. Now, if you don't know, Hello Kitty is like a major collector's item. A quick YouTube search shows tons of people with tons of different collections of all shapes and sizes. This is such a popular character that you even have tons of super fans like this. And also like this.
Okay, come on in. This is a Booties Required, custom-made, temperature-controlled Hello Kitty heaven.
As this video continues, it concludes also with some videos of other people that are in her club called the Hello Kitty Babes of Southern California. They've got Hello Kitty nails, they've got Hello Kitty tattoos. The journalist is like, how often is it that you're on the hunt for Hello Kitty items?
It's on a daily basis. It's on a daily basis.
So yeah, you put out Hello Kitty items, people have marked their calendars. People have got their tents, they are coming to your store the moment that it opens. The narrative that Starbucks had no idea is insane. It's a bold-faced lie. But why? What happens when all these people line up and then there's none to go around? First off, the videos that are created and then shared to social media get attention. Do you think a video of someone going to Starbucks, getting up early and going to Starbucks to get a bear and then successfully getting a bear is interesting to some people, but to many more people, it's a lot more interesting if you get your ass up and you don't get a bear. And if you have hundreds of people getting up early and not getting a bear, that's very interesting, especially if in the interim, there's anger, there's fights, a bear breaks. And then when people do get it, they're squealing because they got the only one. So now you have thousands of people sharing your promotion online for free, sharing your brand online for free. Everyone talking about it, plus everyone is saying, what are they saying? They're saying Starbucks is so popular. People love Starbucks items so much that they are selling things out even when they get up at 4 a.m. to go line out. And now they have all these people who are interested in Starbucks. Think about all the eyes around the world even that became interested in Starbucks during this moment. Plus now people are going to go into Starbucks the rest of the holiday season hoping to buy a bear. And while they're there, they'll maybe buy a drink. They'll maybe buy one of those little stoppers that they made. Starbucks has so many different moves that they can make for the rest of the season. They already teased that they're going to have more exciting items coming. They also have more people than even were interested in at the launch now interested in buying this bear that's so popular that it's sold out. But yeah, the ball is now in Starbucks court. They have created these Black Friday conditions. People think their brand is hot and they want to buy their stuff. Overall, pretty douchey move, but not that nefarious. Is it nice? No. Were you blatantly manipulated? Yes. But that's kind of just marketing, right? I mean, as long as no one is Black Friday style trampled, then it's not that big of a deal, but there definitely were two groups of people who got the short end of the stick. First up, the Starbucks superfan. There were some people really sad about this. And it is kind of sad to think about, like, Starbucks biggest fan getting up all early, all excited. This is the person who was the most disappointed and let down by the whole thing. So if you're a brand or a company, not the nicest move to your customers. It definitely is sad to just think about the person who's like, I love you, Starbucks. You're my favorite. I just love your holiday drinks. I like your cups. And I got up all early to go get that bear cup because I just want to drink all my holiday drinks in it. And Starbucks is just like, too bad, bitch. We don't give a fuck about you. You were part of our master plan, okay? This was a publicity stunt and you fell hard, idiots. Thanks for making my stock go up, fool. Go buy one for $400 on eBay. You think I care? I don't care. Now, the second group of people and the people who were affected the most by this were the people who work at Starbucks. Beyond it being just annoying to have to deal with this constant influx of questions, there is the issue of harassment. A lot of people were literally blaming the baristas for what had happened. There were some clips of customers being rude to baristas. Do not harass the baristas over the bear cups. People were literally taking their anger out on the people who work there, as some unhinged people tend to do. And this can actually be truly risky. I mean, did you guys see what happened at McDonald's the other day? This lady is about to throw a cup of hot coffee at an employee because she was mad that McDonald's breakfast was over. People are unhinged, and the people who work at your company take the brunt when you make controversial decisions, all for publicity. Looking through everything about this, I was really surprised that more people didn't see it for what it was. Most people I saw on social media were just so confused and were like, guys, how did you guys plan this so badly? You guys left a lot of money on the table. But this is marketing. This kind of stuff is happening all the time. And I think being aware of how companies manipulate us and change our behavior is so important in this day and age of rampant behavioral addictions, including shopping. We're getting pushed, we're getting pulled, we're getting played 24/7. And it's so helpful to be able to see it for what it is. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.